Hello YouTube people. This video shows off a couple of handmade knives I just finished up. They're both made out of 1085 high carbon steel. They're 1/4 inch tang, and this one is made for my father as a retirement gift. This one's pretty cool because it uses purple heart wood. It's an African wood that has a super fine grain. I polished it down to 5000 grit so it's nice and smooth, and then I rubbed some olive oil on it, and that's the only finish that it has on it. It's such a fine grain that almost with the oil gives it a veneer that makes it look like it's got a depth to it, like you can see a couple millimeters down into the wood, almost like it's glass. It's a really beautiful wood handle. Each of these knives has hundreds of hours of polishing. I never touch the blade with a power tool after it's heat treated, and what that does is it makes it so it never gets heated up, and you're never going to denature that heat treatment for the hardening. And so it's all hand polished, and hand polishing hardened steel takes absolutely forever, so that's part of what makes them kind of special. The sheaths are made out of 8-ounce leather that dyed dark brown, and they're for right hand draw, scouts carry, so they go in line with your belt on your left hip. This knife is a knife I made for Juan, is a buddy of mine that races a stampede with me. This handle was particularly difficult to make because it's made out of elk horn. So elk horn has a nice ivory type outside, but the inside is really porous. And so that's an issue with a knife with a wide handle like this, to have that trigger guard there. So what I had to do was I basically put the knife slabs on and then had to fill them in with lacquer and put like hundreds of coats of lacquer on to fill in that porous mesh that's on the inside to give it a nice smooth finish all the way to the tang. During the making of this knife, I learned that I should never use a hand drill to drill through 1/4 inch steel. I'm going to get a drill press next time I try and do this. The drill got away from me one time, broke my pinky finger when it ripped out of my hands, and then additionally one time I was drilling into it and it was holding it in place with a C-clamp, and it slipped out of the C-clamp and went whipping around on the end of the drill and cut a big gash through my shoe, almost chopped my foot right in half. This sheath is the best sheath I've had so far. Basically came out flawless, so I used all the things I learned from making the other 3, and this one came out really good. And that's my 3rd and 4th handmade knife, so thanks for watching the video. See ya.